My husband confessed to me that he had not overcome the love of his life when we got married. Now I feel numb. I was watching a video with my husband. We've been married for 14 years and we have 3 children together. He has always been a great husband in my eyes and a great companion. In that video at one point they mentioned Katy Perry's song. The song was the one that got away. It was a relaxing moment. The person in the video talked about that song being the typical one people listen when they had a heartbreak, and my husband just casually said that it's true and he used to listen that song a lot thinking about his ex and laughed, but I know he instantly regretted saying that because I told him that the song was out when we were already together. He had ended his relationship 2 years before he met me. Honestly, I wouldn't have been bothered if he said that he used to listen that song before we were together. I mean, I used to listen to songs like that when I broke up with my ex, but my husband talked without thinking about the date of the song and I did. We had a little argument. After pressuring him a bit, he admitted that while we were dating he was still in love with his ex-girlfriend. Even after we got married he was still in love. He saw her as the love of his life, but when they both went their separate ways he had the need to hurry things up and meet someone. That is me. I don't know how to explain it. Has anyone ever seen those series where first you see the beautiful point of view of one character and then the dark point of view of another? That's how I felt. I was really in love with him from the beginning. It all seemed rushed to me, but in my silly mind it was because we were madly in love. But he just used me to forget her. I cried and felt pathetic. He asked me for forgiveness 1,000 times, telling me that a while after we were married he started to love me. He told me that I am the love of his life, that he feels like an idiot. He just kept telling me that he knows I'm the love of his life and the only one for him, but I just didn't want to hear him. He swore to me that he hasn't felt anything for her for years, but I can't believe him anymore. Maybe I'm exaggerating? But it breaks my heart to know that it took him years to love me. He used me like rehab and I feel like I was a fool in love while he thought about his ex. We have been sleeping in separate beds. We cannot afford anything like couples therapy. I only do my individual therapy. I pay for it myself, so another session would be too much. I feel too hurt. Every time I see him I can only think of him thinking of her every time we were together. Of him thinking of her when we got married. Of him thinking about her when we slept together. I can only think of me being a fool in love and him crying for her in secret. He learned to love me? Why was it so hard to love me? All those times he told me that he loved him were lies? I have a hard time talking to him and not showing my children how sad I feel. I'm not going to let this affect them.